What's up? What's up, y'all? Happy Sunday evening. Happy premiere of the Real Housewives of Atlanta. What's up? What's up? What's up, everybody? Come on in, come on in, come on in. Sorry I'm a few minutes late. Y'all know they added that extra 15 minutes at the end of the episode, child. So sorry, my bad. Um, Listen, y'all probably about to hate me for what I'm about to say. Baby, I did not enjoy that premiere. Let me tell you why. So, let me start from the beginning, and I'm going to tell y'all all the reasons why I did not enjoy the premiere. The first thing was we had this whole Porsha montage at the beginning where I guess Porsha is trying to address all of the rumors, the bullshit, the inconsistencies, all of the things, right? She's talking about how they were lies about finances and they had trust issues and yada, yada, yada. And, and people might say this is her karma, but, she always comes out on top. And I was just like, all right, well, we already see where this is going. We already see that she is going to carefully curate her storyline, that she's the victim, Simon's the bad guy, he duped her, lied to her, took advantage of her, like all of the things. Girl, you walked into this situation with your eyes wide open. Even after everybody, including the woman, the wife that he was divorcing, while you were dating him, while you were sliding in his DMs, literally that woman told the whole world who this man was, that he was a fraud, that he was a shyster, that he lied about his businesses. Like, you can go back to interviews that she did at the time that the two of them were separating. And I know a lot of people got caught up in the fact that she was messing with the dude that she now is married to now. But that doesn't, just because she was out in them streets doesn't negate what Simon may or may not have been doing. We knew Simon was petty because do we not remember Simon posting the ring cam footage on the internet so everybody could see when the assistant was rolling into the house at 11 o'clock at night? Like, Simon been this person. So, miss me with the I was such a victim, I love hard, whatever. Now, all of a sudden, everything was bad. And he lied to you about everything. And you were asking all along. He just wouldn't tell you. And you asked about the finances. And you asked these things, but he wouldn't share them with you. Girl, bye. So we're going to start with that because I was like, okay, I see where we're going with Porsha. But I wasn't even tripping because I said that's where I expected this to go. I expected it to go in that direction. I already knew what Porsha was going to give. Okay, boom. Put that over there. Then we get the whole Shamia piece of it. Let me explain something to y'all. I don't know if I'm going to like Shamia, y'all. First of all, that story about her and her husband was way too much information. You should, Shamia, excuse me. Hey, Shamia, you should never tell nobody that story again. I get it that you're trying to show that true love will prevail and if what's for you is for you. But all of that was TMI. There were a couple of times that I feel like Shamia was giving us TMI, but that was the most extreme example. It was something else she said right after that story. Right after that story, it was something else she said. That I was like, that's just TMI as well. But I can't remember the second story because the second story wasn't as nasty as the first story. Melly, you ain't look at the episode? You must not have looked at the episode because you have, I thought you would have liked the realness really be. What realness? This whole episode was fake. What was real about this episode? I mean, are you being facetious? Or are you serious? Because I didn't find anything about this episode real. That was it right there. The part where she said that her and Porsha have been friends since high school, and Porsha was the first person that told her to shave her cootie cat. Oh, okay, you didn't watch it. Okay, Melly, because I was like, ain't nowhere in the world you couldn't know what I'm talking about. And that Porsha was the first person to tell her, ain't no man gonna want to deal with all of that again. TMI on the first episode in the first 5 minutes. Maybe y'all can call me a prude. Y'all can say I'm just being overly whatever. That's fine. But I just felt like that was a lot of information in the first 10 minutes that we didn't need to know about Shamia. Shamia's realness. Well, I mean, Lady and Soul, no, I didn't appreciate it. I didn't appreciate the realness of her telling me about blowing up that man's bathroom on that first night. No. I don't want to hear about anybody blowing up a bathroom. You know what? I'm one of those people, I don't find fart jokes funny. I don't like talking about any of that type of stuff. I don't find it. You know how some people find those types of jokes funny? So I never have, and they don't. So maybe it's a me thing. But I just don't find any of that funny. And when she was talking about it and talking about, like, you could have told that story without giving us all them details. Like, we didn't need all them details. I get what you was trying to say, but it was just too much for me. And then the whole Porsha telling you to shave your cootie cat. Again, you could have said that, it just not me. It's not my kind of humor. It's not my kind of, right? Yeah, it grossed me out. Like, had I been eating while I was watching that episode, I probably would have thrown up. Like, seriously, I'm not even trying to be exaggerating right now. That is just how nasty that was to me. But moving right along. Am I a person that don't like to hear about people's sex life? I don't have a problem hearing about people's sex life. I love talking about people's sex life. I don't have a problem with that. Like, why are you telling the story? She has been on the show. Lots of friends to tell their story. Shamia gloating. She better be careful showing everything on TV that wasn't flying to Dubai for me. Ooh, keep it classy. Yeah. No, I'm not that kind of a prude. Like, I don't have a problem with girl talk. Again, I'm not saying that maybe later on, but like literally, y'all, within the first 5 minutes of the episode, that is what we were getting from Shamia. Her home, beautiful. I'm here for it. I'm happy for her and her family and her husband. I love the fact that her husband made his money, according to her, off of doing HVAC, because again, those are the kind of conversations I be trying to have with people, that everybody doesn't have to go to traditional 4-year university. This man has built a $1 million empire off of doing HVACs, producing, installing. I mean, she said most of the major airports in our country, he installed the HVAC unit. Like, I'm here for all of that. You know what I'm saying? But it was just, yes, I'm sick of it. But I've already said that about Atlanta, about the plastic surgery in Atlanta. Like, it's just the duck lips, the booty, the titties. It's just, but anyway, put that over there to the side. Moving right along. You're not going to get more Kenya, Just Pete. Let me say this, and I'm not saying this to Just Pete. I'm saying this to all of y'all. For all of y'all that keep doubting me when I kept telling y'all about the situation with Kenya, do y'all now believe me? Do you now believe me? Did y'all see how they edited? Do you see how they edited Kenya down in this first episode? Now, y'all know good and damn well. Y'all know good and damn well that on a regular premiere, with Kenya being the OG, at this point, now that Candy is gone, isn't Kenya the next? No, Porsha is. So Porsha and Kenya, Kenya barely getting any screen time, and the most screen time she got was her interaction with the woman that we know she ended up having the situation with. Like, do y'all believe me now? When I tell y'all that Kenya, we're not going to see Kenya after the whole Brit situation, and we're going to see her in a limited capacity leading up to the Brit situation. But all of y'all that wanted to fight with me, Kenya said she wasn't fired. Kenya, Kenya wasn't even at the premiere. Did y'all see Kenya wasn't even at the premiere the other night? But anyway, coming back to it. They might give her... They're not. Listen, y'all. I know y'all don't want to accept it. And I know y'all don't even believe me. And that's fine. Y'all don't have to believe me. Y'all don't have to believe my sources. Y'all don't have to believe the information I have given y'all. I respect that. That's fine. Y'all don't have to believe me. But I need y'all to hear what I'm telling y'all. The situation with Kenya became a legal situation. She's not getting more screen time this season. Could she possibly come back next season and get her peach back? Yes. She possibly could. I cannot speak to the future. I know it's okay, Just P. I'm not talking to just you either, boo. It's everybody. But please understand, this is a wrap for this season. What they have is what they have. What they given is what they given. I don't even know at this point if Kenya's coming to the reunion. And if she is coming to the reunion, in what capacity she'll be there. When I tell you this became a legal situation, And I done already explained to y'all how that went down. Y'all can go back and look at my old video when I explained to y'all what happened and how it got legal and how it went all the way up to NBC Universal level legal. It went beyond the production of the Real Housewives of Atlanta. I just need y'all to understand that. But moving on, that's it. I ain't got no more for Kenya. So we found out about Shamia, her husband. We know that Shamia is very, very, very much in the industry. You know what I'm saying? She's done acting, she's done singing, she does hosting. She was a Atlanta Falcons cheerleader, like all of the things, right? She's an Atlanta, she was born and raised in Atlanta. She's a native, AT alien, whatever the word is they want to use. And because of that, she does have a lot of friends in a lot of different friend groups. And I feel like they're going to use Shamia as that middle person that is friends with all of these different people. And that's kind of, she moves in all these different circles of people or whatever, right? I feel like that's what they're going to do with the Shamia of it all, which is why we got so much Shamia on the front end. Also, this episode was basically Shamia's episode. Y'all know how they do on these reality shows. They have to have events. Shamia had the event, right? Okay. So that was that. So then we get to Drew. Here's the second thing that I was not feeling when it comes to this episode. This Drew Dennis storyline does not ring real to me. It rings very much a lie. It rings very contrived. It rings, I'm desperate for a storyline because Ralph isn't going to film with me, or Ralph can't film with me, or Ralph, I don't want, whatever the situation is, it reads very contrived. You mean to tell me that I'm supposed to believe that out of all of the producers in the city of Atlanta, out of all of the music people in the city of Atlanta, with the resume that Drew Sidora has, I know Drew Sidora never became a breakout R&B star, but she certainly has a pedigree where she can probably get on the phone with pretty much any producer in the city of Atlanta and get a session. You mean to tell me Dennis is where she goes? Dennis. We ain't never heard nothing about Dennis doing music, producing music. The most we done heard is maybe he had a karaoke night down to one of his restaurants. And Kenya brought up a very good point. And this how you know, see, this is the problem I have with Drew. Drew can't keep a lie straight to save her damn life. 1 minute, well, Dennis has been doing music for years. I mean, he's been doing music for years. So when Kenya says, well, then how come he never helped Porsha? Then she gonna say, well, I mean, I don't know how long he's been doing it. But a minute ago, you was trying to defend and justify working with Dennis because music is his passion and he's been doing it for years. But when Kenya brings up the question, which I thought was a very good question, well, then why he ain't never helped Porsha? Now all of a sudden you sitting there you stuck on stupid. I mean, at the end of the day, we never heard Porsha and Dennis talk about music. I'm not even saying that Dennis had to do music with Porsha, but we've never, in all of the years that we have been around Dennis, heard anything about Dennis doing music. I mean, if y'all heard it, put it in the chat. School me. But you mean to tell me you couldn't have called Jermaine Dupri? Hell, you could have called Candy. You did a whole movie with Candy. You couldn't call Candy. Got a whole damn studio. You couldn't have gone and done music with Candy. Candy could get any producer. Yeah, I mean, y'all, come on, stop it. Like, I could see if this was Potomac, where producers in our area might be a little limited. You know what I mean? But you mean to sit here and tell me in the city of freaking Atlanta, you couldn't get nobody other than Dennis to help you do music? I could even see, Drew, if you were a nobody in music. You literally have done music, Drew. Stop. So the whole storyline to me, it just rang contrived and a lie. And I'm gonna fast forward a little bit. Even at the end, Drew, you just keep getting caught in lies. Because one minute your birthday party, I'm gonna say it now because y'all know I might forget to say it later, but it's on my mind. One minute the birthday party was a surprise and you didn't know anything about it, but then it was. But I did give my assistant people's names and phone numbers, and I guess he didn't call anybody. Which one is it, Drew? Is it that you didn't know anything about the birthday party and that's why you didn't invite any of the ladies from the show other than Porsha? Or is it you gave names to your assistant and your assistant didn't call nobody? Y'all see how Drew just be lying all the time? Drew, we got one episode, girl, and you just lying. Ralph living in the basement. He has his own interest and his own interest out. The judge ordered him to move to the basement and that they really only communicate through an app as it relates to their children. She said that Ralph is still being petty. Ralph is still, doing the things that Ralph does. Well, girl, you still lying. So, oh well. So then we meet Miss Kelly. Kelly's having a tea party for her daughter's birthday, who's turning 17. I thought this was really cute. I thought this event was really cute. Me and my family, we do tea parties all the time. I grew up doing teas, so I loved the whole tea of it all. I thought it was really, really cute. I even love the fact that she gave her daughter 17 gifts for her 17th birthday. I'm here for it. Listen, let me tell you something. I'm the kind of person, if I had the kind of money to spoil my kids that way, I would. If I had that kind of money, I would. I'd have done exactly what Kelly did. I'd have got her a really, really, really nice, had her a nice little, it was a cute little family gathering. It was the women of the family. And I ain't mad at her for giving her 13. She said, well, she really likes purses. So, hey, that's what I got her, a bunch of purses. I ain't mad about it. But now Kelly, we know, she's a restaurateur. She has a chicken and waffle spot. And she's built that. She now has waffle mix. She now has a 24 karat syrup situation, which I'm kind of interested in trying that. She also has, it was a waffle mix, a 24 karat syrup, and it was something else. She also said that she's coming out with a mimosa mix or something like that. She's got cookbooks. So she's building this empire. Somebody said, why does she live in a townhouse? I'm thinking it probably is connected to the divorce of it all. I feel like, and I don't know this to be a fact, but I feel like the townhouse is probably a temporary situation until this divorce is final. So she's in the process of going through a divorce. She said she's been going through this divorce for 2.5 years. And she said hopefully it'll be done in the next couple of months. They really need to change the name of this show because everybody on this show going through a divorce. They need to change it to the Real Divorcees of Atlanta. Because I swear, folks, I don't know, for the exception of Shamia, who is a housewife. Well, no, they actually have a few this year. Because we got Shamia, we've got Angela, and we have Brittany. So I guess we do have a few actual people that's married. So okay. But I think because it sounds like this business was started while she was married. So they're probably in the process of going through this divorce. She probably has put a hold on spending a lot of money. Like I feel like once the divorce is final and all that, maybe she'll buy something more permanent. She probably moved out of their marital home. She's probably renting that townhouse until, a lot of times when you're going through a divorce, they tell you, especially if there's money involved and they're trying to figure out the money. You know what I'm saying? They might tell you to chill out, not do a bunch until they can work that out. I don't know that to be a fact, but I feel like maybe that's what's going on there. But she acting like she got Shamia, my child. Don't nobody on that show got Shamia money. Shamia really could be on Beverly Hills, okay? Shamia got Beverly Hills money. She got Sutton Strack money, okay? Yeah, exactly, Nubian. And depending on what kind of a townhome it is, that could be $1 million townhome she living in. I mean, townhomes aren't cheap, depending on the neighborhood, depending on all the things that come with it and stuff like that. I mean, that doesn't. But I feel like that might not be her permanent residence. But I don't know that. Again, I don't know nothing about this woman. Now I'm gonna be honest with you. I was kind of liking Kelly in this first scene. I mean, did I think she was over the top? Yeah. Did I think she was trying to maybe give us a lot? Yeah. Yeah. You know, she was doing a lot, you know, but no, that's not Kelly. That's Britt. We're going to get to Miss Britt in a second. Okay, y'all in the chat, y'all talking through the chat. Okay. So there was that. Excuse me. I'm sorry. The next scene was the scene with Porsha. And we've already seen this scene. This scene has already been kind of floating around the internet for the last couple of months. It was like a first look type scene with Porsha going to her divorce lawyer. And again, I felt like this scene was very contrived, very much, I'm the victim. Woe is me. Look at what he did to me. He won't let me film in the home. And this is how I make my money. And I really, really try. And then she tried to explain away all of those Valentine's Day posts 2 days before she filed for divorce. I mean, people don't know. We literally just had a really big fight that day. And, you know, I did post those because I just come from the old school where, everybody doesn't need to be in your business. Let me explain something to you. If you was that old school, then you would have came from the old school where you ain't need to put your business on the internet. Porsha, you didn't just make one little post about you know what I'm saying? You didn't just make one little post. You literally gave us a whole, the flowers and y'all riding around in Dubai on the water, and girl, you gave us a whole weekend, okay? And again, I know people do it all the time. You put a good front on for the outside, when on the inside it's all broken. But ma'am, if you knew you was that close to filing for divorce, it just seemed to me like you would have just scaled it back a little bit. Just a little bit. I mean, just a smidget. Like, if you were that close to filing for divorce, and you said that basically it was when you found out he lied about his immigration status, and then she had the nerve to say, I mean, I was wondering why when we were going to the airport, we were standing in secondary lines. Girl. So because you had to actually like stand in the TSA line. And again, I get it. You were used to flying a private jet and going through different interests. Like, I get all of that. But girl, don't act like is that girl, go sit down somewhere. Again, I do feel like Porsha got because remember when that story broke, and I was one of the people to break the story. Me and Tisa Tales were the first two people that I saw that did a video about it. The whole him owing the money for the private, the private plane situation, and then the immigration thing came out like right behind it. I do believe you were blindsided, Porsha. I do. I absolutely believe you may have been blindsided. But let me say this, and again, I know we only know what is public. I do not know what was going. I do not know what was going on behind closed doors. I get that, and I accept that I don't have all of the information. But if you really truly was married to this man for all the right reasons, and you really truly love this man, I feel like filing for divorce shouldn't have been your first line of defense, I guess. And then you said you filed for divorce to protect the prenup. So you filed for divorce so you could keep that house? I mean, y'all tell me if I'm hearing it wrong. Tell me if I heard. She said that the only way you can enforce the prenup is to actually file for divorce. And therefore, she filed for divorce to protect the prenup. You didn't even give that man a chance to explain. You didn't even give that man a chance to figure it all out. You didn't even give that man a chance to say, look, I didn't tell you about the immigration status because my lawyer is working on it, and we really thought it was going to work out. Like, I do have a green, because let's be clear, he does have a green card. He just is not a citizen. He has a green card to work in the United States. We talked about that. So he does have one. He was legally in the United States. Well, I don't know where he is now, but he was just filing for, he was filing to become a U.S. citizen, and that got denied. So even though that stuff came out in the public, in the media about, and I get it, the whole, oh, well, he was convicted of fraud and he did this and he did that. But okay, can we call a thing? And I'm not defending Simon by any stretch of the imagination, because child, whatever. I'm not defending Simon by any stretch of the imagination. But what I am going to say is he was convicted of fraud in like the 90s. Porsha, were you even born? When that man was convicted of fraud, Porsha, you were in 5th grade. I mean, girl. Somebody said, why did ICE detain him? I don't know why ICE detained him. Hell, why is ICE detaining half the people they picking up on the street? I mean, I'm sure it's because of his immigration status, but I mean, I don't know what put him on the radar. I mean, I don't, you know what I mean? I'm not being funny. I don't know what made ICE come and get him. I don't know. But I know he did have a legitimate, he was here on legitimate paperwork. He just wasn't a U.S. citizen. He got denied. And I think he was supposed to get deported, though. I don't remember all the details. I'd have to go back to my video, child. I really don't remember all the details. So his status expired. Yeah, maybe that's what it was. Thank you, Chuck. So yeah, y'all. So there was that. So next we are getting ready for. Next we see Shamia go out to dinner with Britt and Kelly. Here again is where I have to say I'm really feeling like I'm just. So Britt, can I say something? I really, 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 really hate that whatever happened with Kenya and Britt happened, because I don't like Britt. And whatever problems Kenya had with Britt, I think were probably legit, because I see the way Britt is moving. I just don't like the way Kenya allegedly chose to handle it. But I do not like Britt, and I would have loved to see Kenya on her ass the whole season, if I'm being honest. If I am being honest, I would have loved to see Kenya on this woman's ass the whole season. First of all, Britt comes in there. First of all, whatever's going on between Britt and her husband, what up? Hey, y'all, boo. Whatever's going on between Britt and her husband, I feel like all that glitters ain't gold over there. Because did y'all see him giving her a talking to before they went to Shamia's party, talking about something? All right, I want you to be cool tonight on the alcohol. I was like, damn. So your husband got to talk to you like that on your way out the door? So I need you to chill out on the alcohol. Like, that's how your husband got to talk to you? Okay, then. So she's talking about how she got her ring upgraded again. Y'all, I'm going to be honest with y'all. Like, I've been watching these shows so long that kind of shit does not impress me, because she'll be the same one whose house will be in foreclosure in 3 months and it'll be all over the blogs, right? So anyway, your husband, you said you met him because you was doing insurance. We find out that she was a video vixen back in high school, whatever. Again, she another one with all this damn plastic surgery, child, whatever. Titties, lips, whatever. Fillers, whatever. So they bring up Porsha. They said that was fake news, Cage. As a matter of fact, I got to change my title on my live. They said that was the same troll account that said that Karen Huger was leaving the show. So it was they said it was fake news. Anyway, right, Montrez. They all look alike to me, and I had to keep rewinding because I kept missing. Y'all know how usually, especially on a premiere, usually when they're introducing the new people, they get like a whole screen with their name on it or something. I kept waiting for that moment. I had to keep rewinding so I could find out who the hell these people were. Like the scene at the restaurant with Britt. Like I had to keep rewinding. I was like, when did they tell us who the hell this woman is? I knew who Kelly was because I had to rewind that for Kelly. Then I had to rewind it for Britt. Then I had to rewind it for I wrote Oakley's wife. Like I had to keep rewinding stuff because normally it's very blatant when they were introducing a new person, especially on a season premiere, because they know we trying to get to know these people. But I feel like they just didn't give us that moment. But anyway, moving right along. It's not that deep. That ain't that deep. So we're sitting there talking, and Shamia, I'm gonna give you credit because I feel like you held down your friend. I definitely felt like you held down your friend, but why are you inserting yourself in a situation that you don't, Shamia and Porsha are friends. Kelly, Shamia and Porsha are friends. Why would you be like, why was you the first thing out your mouth? She stole what she did, steal that man's husband. I mean, steal that woman's husband. Like it's almost like you wanted you again. That's what takes to me. It's just that manufactured storyline bullshit. You wanted a moment with Porsha. You wanted to pick beef with Porsha. You wanted to go after the big dog. Like we all know what it is. We all know what this gives. You wanted to go for the big dog. So you coming out the side of your neck talking about, well, I mean, she did come. Hey China White, sorry boo. She did come for that man's husband. I mean, y'all know what I'm saying, that woman's husband. And I'm just like, girl, that was so obvious what you were doing there. It was so obvious what you were doing there. And I'm going to give Shamia, I'm going to give you credit because you were like, well, you don't know the story. Well, you need to get to know Porsha for yourself. Well, you need, like, but girl, Kelly, you knew what you were doing. You knew what you were doing. So then they bring up the whole Dennis of it all. Now, all of a sudden, Dennis done been everywhere he been for the streets. Dennis slid into my DMs. Dennis this and Dennis that. Child, don't nobody want Dennis. Porsha didn't even want Dennis. Porsha wanted a baby. She didn't want Dennis then. I ain't nobody gonna convince me she did. Right, Just P, like, can we slow walk into this bullshit? Damn. Right, Kelly picked Porsha and Brick picked Kenya. They knew what they were doing. Abso-fucking-lutely. I agree 100%, y'all. So then Shamia and Porsha go to the strip club. Can I ask a question? What was the purpose of this moment? Like, Porsha could have went to Shamia's house. They could have went out to dinner. Hell, they could have went to Putt-Putt. Why? But anyway. So Porsha and Shamia are talking. Shamia's letting Porsha know the comments that were made about. Well, first she tells Porsha that Dennis reached out. I mean that Simon reached out to her to congratulate her on getting a peach, and she was like, he got bigger things to worry about than worrying about you having a peach. And don't be calling him bro. He's not bro. Don't be calling him bro. I'm sorry, but aren't Shamia's husband and Simon friends in real life? And if I'm wrong, y'all correct me. But aren't they friends in real life? So, I mean, girl, it's not that deep. Like, anyway, I do think Simon's being messy, though. Simon's petty and Simon's being messy, so whatever. So then she lets Porsha know about what Kelly said. Again, I'm not mad at Shamia. I'm not even gonna call this being a bone carrier because Porsha's your friend in real life. See, to me, it's not a bone carrier when it's some real shit and you my friend in real life. Right? It's a bone carrier when you just running shit back and forth to people that you don't know and really don't have no connection with. You're just trying to stir the pot. But her telling Porsha what was said, I think that was some legit, look, girl, let me let you know that this new girl coming for you. Because that's her friend in real life. So I'm not mad about her telling Porsha what was said. Then she tells her about the whole Drew Sidora of it all. So word on the curb is that Drew and Dennis are doing more than just working on music. That they holding hands, they at the club, they doing all of these things. Can I say something? I'm gonna go back to what I said at the beginning of this episode. I'm not buying it. I think it's all fake. I think it's all contrived, and I think it's all a storyline. And I think Porsha's in on it. I think all three of them are in on it. Porsha wants people to talk about something other than Simon, and I think that Drew needed a storyline. So honestly, I think it's a scheme set up by Todd to come to all of us with the bullshit. I really don't believe none of it. I don't believe this whole contrived, oh, they were holding hands at the club and, oh, he threw a birthday party for, I'm not buying none of that bullshit. I'm not. So I'm going to be honest with y'all. My interest level is going to be very low when it comes to anything dealing with this Dennis, Porsha, Drew storyline, because I just don't believe it. I don't believe it to be a true storyline, nor do I care about it being a true storyline, right? Shamia, hey, girl, we just got rid of one songbird. What we not doing is gonna have you singing every episode. We know you can sing, Shamia. You just sang the roof down at the Atlanta Hawks game this weekend. You sang the Star Spangled Banner, and baby, you blew the roof off. Okay, you absolutely can sing. However, can we not do the singing in every episode? You really gave us a 5-minute, please make the rain stop raining for my birthday party. You really gave us a 5-minute song. Like you was giving us Tasha from Escape Runs. Can we not do that? Oh yeah, Shamia can sing now. I ain't taking nothing away from her, but can we not do that? Can we not? Not every episode. Not every episode. But anyway. So we see Porsha getting ready for Shamia's party. She's talking to Cynthia, giving Cynthia the tea. We know Cynthia's back. And I believe Cynthia was a friend of, but I think she did more filming than they anticipated after the whole Kenya fiasco happened. But Cynthia's coming to Shamia's party. We see Porsha getting her glam done for her party. I have a question. When you were on the phone with Cynthia, you were literally already in glam. Cynthia said she hadn't gotten her glam done yet. How in the entire fuck did Cynthia get her glam done, get her hair done, take a shower, get dressed, and get to Shamia's house before you, when literally you were already in glam? You were already 2 steps ahead of Cynthia. And for you to be like, oh my gosh, traffic was so bad. Girl, stop it. Everybody got there before you, Porsha. Everybody. Girl, the car got there before you, Porsha. What we're not going to do from you, Porsha, is have a Kim Zodiac season where you show up late, leave early. We're not playing that. Can we please get ready? Can we please can we please get rid of all white parties? Can we forever and always outlaw all white parties? Y'all, when I tell y'all I'm so sick of all white parties, I'm sick of seeing them on TV. I'm sick of being invited to them. I'm sick of going to them. I'm sick of what? Can we stop? Seriously. Please. Shamia asked Kelly to come early because she wants to have a sit down. She wants to have a sit down powwow with Shamia with Kelly about the whole Porsha of it all. And she let Kelly know that she did tell Porsha what was said. And Kelly was like, well, yeah, I know, because she already went on her live and was talking shit about me. So I already know, I already know. Yeah, it's a cute idea. It's just so overdone at this point. Like, I get it. Everybody wears white. You come out in a pop of color. It's cute and it looks nice. But, I'm just, anyway. And Kelly decides to double down. Instead of saying, you know what, maybe I came on a little strong. You know what? But she did steal that woman's husband. Girl, why we can't find out? Girl, what's the big deal? Girl. And then had a nerve to feel some kind of way later on the fact that Shamia told Porsha, well, girl, you said it. So everybody shows up. I mean, everybody starts showing up for the party. Cynthia, of course, y'all know Cynthia if Cynthia ain't gonna do nothing else, she gonna be on time for a party. Now Cynthia is gonna be on time for a party. So Cynthia rolls up in the party. Can I tell y'all I don't like Shamia's short hair? I don't like it. Don't ask me why, y'all. Don't. It ain't got nothing to do with. Please don't make it about nothing other than I don't like her short hair. I just don't. I like her better with longer hair. I don't like the short haircut on her. I just don't. I think it ages her. Maybe that's what it is. I feel like it ages her. Angela shows up with her husband, with Charles Oakley, formerly of the Chicago Bears. I mean, Lord, I said Chicago Bears. Chicago child, the NBA child, Chicago Bulls, Lord Bulls. Again, that they get to the party, and she was talking about something about you gonna respect my husband, put some respect on his name. I don't remember nobody who was disrespecting him. Who was disrespecting him? And then she was like, "Ain't that right, baby?" He was like, "They ain't got to." See, that's a man that's secure in who he is and what he brings to the table. He was like, "They ain't got to. I don't know these people. They ain't got to respect me. Whatever. I'm just here because you want to do this bullshit." I feel like that was the attitude he was giving me, was I'm just here because you want to do this bullshit. Like, honestly, I do. So then we see Cynthia talking to Kelly. They doing the whole get to know you thing or whatever, and Kelly feels obligated to let Cynthia know about the whole the whole Porsha situation, which again lets me know that this is a whole ploy for a storyline. Because again, why you bringing Cynthia into it? If the issue is legitimately a situation between you and Porsha and Shamia, why are you bringing Cynthia into it? Right, Angela was the one who disrespected him when she talked about his shooting percentage. Right, I was like, girl, what are you talking about? So then, we see Kenya show up, Britt shows up. I mean, again, all the ladies start showing up or whatever, and everybody's like, "Where's Porsha? Is Porsha here? Is Porsha coming?" So that's when we first realized, well, where the hell is Porsha? Like, and of course, y'all know how production starts letting us know what time it is, right? Production starts letting us know the timelines of things. So the ladies all go, they end up, going outside or whatever, and they get to talking about divorcing and who's married and who's divorced and who's this and who's that. Oh, let me put a pin in this real quick. I will say this though, but Charles is a real man, because he let his wife know that wig was sliding. Okay, he definitely had his woman's back, because he was like, "You need to go to the bathroom and you need to take care of that." Now, this is what I'm gonna say to you, Angela. I could tell it was hot because Drew's hair had fallen by the end of the day, right? I could tell it was hot. But girl, why was you the only one who wig was sliding? Like, I mean, what kind of wig did you have? I'm just saying. So while they're outside, like I said, they're talking about who's going through a divorce, who's getting married, whatever. And I want to say, because I don't want to say this wrong, but I want to say along the lines of Britt had to let the ladies know about her ring. And the way she said it, she said, "This is my second ring." So what Kenya said was, "Oh, is this your second marriage?" And she said, "No, it's my first marriage." "What do you mean?" "This is my first marriage." Kenya was like, "Oh, okay." She said, "This is my upgrade. I have an upgraded ring." And Kenya was like, "Oh, okay, for the upgrade. Oh, okay. I do not feel like because the way you said it, I would have thought the same thing, because we were literally having a conversation about divorces. Who's divorced? Who's going through a divorce? Who's in the middle of a divorce? Drew was talking about it. Cynthia, Kenya, like all of these women, Kelly, all these women were literally talking about that they were going through a divorce. So when you said this is my second ring, I would have thought the same thing. Oh, it's your second marriage, because we're literally talking about divorces. Like, I would have said the same thing. Oh, I would have thought it. So, and I don't even think that Kenya was shady in how she act. Like and maybe, child, we've heard Kenya be shady. I mean, we've seen Kenya be shady. That was not shade. That was not shade. Kenya was like, "Oh, okay, girl." And I think Kenya did say something a little cheeky, but not cheeky like at her, but cheeky in general. It wasn't directed at her. You know what I'm saying? So then the ladies, so now Britt got a problem with Kenya and she feeling some kind of way. And of course, we already know Kelly ready to, Kelly ready to, Is this season gonna work me? Yeah, because this review is damn near an hour, child. I didn't think it was gonna take me this long to talk about this episode. So Shamia ends up coming out. We all saw the clip of Shamia getting that brand new Rolls Royce Cullinan, and I'm here for it. I ain't even mad at you, girl. But now is where Porsha shows up. Now, I do think that a little bit of this is production and a little bit of this is Porsha. I think Porsha was probably going to be running late. I don't know if production wanted Porsha to be as late as she was. I definitely feel like they wanted Porsha to show up last, though. I do believe that was the plan. I believe Portia's call time was that she would get there last. But I absolutely believe that she added 20 on 10 and she got there later. Yeah. Then Britt had the nerve to even complain about the fact that Kenya didn't hug her. Kenya was like, did I hug anybody? And that's how I knew that Kenya, because Kenya was like, I didn't hug anybody. And she was like, yes, you did. You hugged Drew. I mean, you hugged Cynthia. She was like, girl, Cynthia's my best friend. Like, we're friends in real life. Like, we're not TV friends. We friends. We're friends in real life. Girl, what are you talking about? Porsha said she was late because she came from her mama's house. Child, I don't give a damn. I don't care about none of that. She hugged Kelly. Okay, well, I guess she hugged other people too, child. I don't know. So then y'all know how the ladies got to go inside and have a conversation, but it was kind of too loud for them to really, really have the conversation. But Kelly, once again, because Portia's like, they were, they brought up the whole thing about Dennis. Oh, no, that was at the end. So Kelly brought up, the whole Kelly, Porsha, you stole that woman's husband situation. And I think everybody was sort of taken aback. I feel like everybody was like, wait, what? Girl, where is this coming from? Like, everybody was sort of side-eyeing her. And then for her to be like, well, you still didn't answer the question. I mean, answer the question. Ma'am, Porsha don't owe you an explanation. Porsha don't even fucking know you. Porsha does not owe you an explanation about her marriage. Girl, read it in the blogs like the rest of us. Ma'am, especially since you already came at her like it was a foregone conclusion that you stole that woman's husband, right? Especially since you act like it was a fact and you don't even know this woman like that. And of course, Cynthia had to give Kenya the 411 because, they're going to cackle about it anyway. Shamia did feel some kind of way, just a little bit. She did feel some kind of way about Porsha showing up late. And it did seem like Porsha showed up late and was trying to have a moment, right? She was trying to have a whole moment. But I don't think, I'm going to be honest with you, I don't think that was her trying to have a moment in stealing Shamia's spotlight. I think that was her trying to have a moment to show, I'm here and y'all are here. Y'all see how I can walk up in here and y'all see how I can banter with her husband and banter with her. You see how me and her got a different relationship. I feel like that was more her staking her claim with Shamia than it was her trying to take the moment. I'm going to be honest. I didn't feel like that was her trying to steal the moment from Shamia. Okay, I'm sorry, y'all. But I feel like that was more of what that was about. So then the ladies end up going upstairs. So we got a chance to see a little bit more. Get on Shamia's elevator, go upstairs to her upstairs lounge, honey, which the room was just as gorgeous as the downstairs lounge, child. And the ladies get to talking. And that's when the whole Dennis of it all comes up. Are you dating Dennis? And of course, Drew has to pretend like she's so shocked that they would actually think she's dating Dennis. What? Shabba. I think Porsha is already is deeply insecure and requires a lot of attention. Remember, she didn't go to Shamia's wedding. It was mad at Lauren for getting pregnant first. Yeah, Shamia, not Shamia. Porsha, absolutely. We absolutely have seen that over the years with Porsha dealing in her insecurities. I mean, I know a lot of people have already said it, but I think that's part of it too. I think I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I think Porsha, I do think there's a level of Porsha that wants Shamia's life, and that's why, she tried to get it however she tried to get it. I do believe that. I do believe that. All right, y'all. I'm about to get out of here, though. I'll talk to y'all later. Mwah! That's the end. I've been here an hour, child. I ain't got no more. Tomorrow night, the Whether You Like It or Not panel. Maybe we're going to get into it. I'm sure the panel going to jump on me because I did not particularly enjoy this premiere. Some of the other panel members loved it, thought it was a great premiere. So I'm sure it's going to be a very interesting conversation, honey. And I will see y'all tomorrow. Mwah!